that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. After the run, Newton going to throw. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. And the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Set. 180. 50. 8. Let's get off the field, D. Kill. Big gap. Hey, switch gears.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Gun.
From the gun, here's Newton. And to the tight end, Olsen, right side. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A first down there on a pickup of 25. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
At their own 8-yard line.
No. 319. 54 miles. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Look at you.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll halt play here for an injury as Christian McCaffrey is slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
I got you. Watch tight end. Tight right. 8.
On 2nd and 9, Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation. would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now, I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make plays in the run game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 32 that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Watch out.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers flushed out right. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jamal Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
A wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defender. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A game there of 30 big ones.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And he fires one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
second and a yard.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. They'll run with Hunt on second down, and they'll get him down here at the 23. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Jump out! Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? On second and inches. Newton. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards on the play. First down.
A gain of 15.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop.
Brings up second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10. Back to throw, Newton. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's third.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's third and 3.
Check 31, check 31. Kill.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Newton to throw. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Panthers. Olsen. Greg Olsen. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Get 300. Get 300.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers, he's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there. Rodgers to Adams. 59 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game at the end.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
It's been a long day for you. 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
To throw again. Rodgers. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Brian Burns in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
It's our time. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno. Hey, Recon, 132 fighter. Challenge, strong left challenge. Check 3, check 3.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brian Burns racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
A 50-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. 22, eyes on 22.
Throwing again. Newton. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Out of the gun, Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway.
We got this.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run again with Hunt. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 27 yards there, a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big... carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line.
319. 54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Let's make these babies quick again.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, QB's trash. Let's go.
Rodgers to throw again. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now it's Hunt. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Come on, come on. Back. Check. Hey, 88.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Right there, 54 Mike. I'm coming.
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. And he's got the connection to the tight end, Graham. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Crosby with the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17-all. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they're able able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. The tackle made there by Kyler Fackrell.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
That's it. Gun. Mike 51. Mike 51. Watch the run.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before this worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. On 1st and 10, Newton. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. On 1st down, it's Newton. And right side caught Hogan. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Cam's going to run the option right. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career. And he's going to need another one right now.
54's Mike. 53.
In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
To throw from his end zone. Rodgers And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Keep getting those touchdowns.
Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski, okay? Oski
different
was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
Too many
three-syllable word.
syllables, yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Go. Go. Mine's 54.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
6-6. Pull it high. Back north.
On first down, Rodgers. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And, that is going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. He's going to field this at the 4.
Keep playing hard.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now it's Newton. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point try, good by Gano. And that will extend this big lead. Fielded about a yard deep. Dion Lewis, 30, 20, 10. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
You've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Escaping the pressure right. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And spins away. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Carolina, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a late bye next.